our boy Mil-Spec, this is his fire starting kit right here. This is what he brings along. And he doesn't like to sit on the ground. It's very nice. Here's the deal, guys. We've got to go back. It's not far back to the trucks, right? It's not that far at all. But in order to make it more fun, I figured what we would do is we would simulate an injury in a wild place. So it's not too far to go, but we might have a man like Knob over there. Perhaps, if he wanted to volunteer, that has a bad back. Maybe he fell and now his legs are completely useless, can't move them, excruciating pain every time he does it. How can we get Knob from here? I want to get to the river first. So what we got to do is we got to get Knob. The goal, mission one, is to get Knob from here to the river without hurting him further. So here's the deal, guys. Just like yesterday, or not yesterday, day before yesterday when we came in, I see a lot of people going in lots of directions, doing lots of random things. How do you know that he's not doing exactly the same thing you're doing? You know what I'm saying? Yep. So maybe we convene first and we make a decision and be like, this is what we need to do. This is our situation. This is what we need to do. This is the plan. I need you to get this. I need you to get this. Make that happen. Does that make sense?
Yep. And him, we'll go find poles. Poles, you want to find green poles, ones that's, coarse green. Anywhere from 3 inches, 4 inches in diameter, good stout poles. And then we will need a poncho, and really and truly, I mean, that's really all that we would technically need. It's coming your way, Chris. When you do this, you want to make sure, there's going to be a guy, potentially could be a guy in the middle. Mm-hmm. If you only got 2 guys, it's better if you have a space, at least 2 foot of handle space back here. Mm-hmm. So pretend like his feet is going to be about right here. The reason you want the bigger round poles is because if you get those shorter, the skinnier ones like you had, and they're green, those are pine too. What you get is, as you're walking, mm-hmm. you get this bouncing effect. Mm-hmm. The saplings just start doing this, and it's like, yeah. And then you run the potential of breaking too, because you want to try to get hardwood if possible. America's ass right
there. What are those, Wranglers? Man, you look good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. A little bit of right through the center. So fold this over. Pick this pole up. Bring it. Like I said, this is not going to be, you want his back on the poles. You do not want like this hammock effect. Okay, that's not what you want. All right. So 1 pole there, I would maybe turn it down that way. And then you fold this back over like that. And then he is going to lay on this. Oh. Okay. And now his pressure is going to press down on the poncho. So therefore it's not going to pull out and go around. Now what you could do is you could tie these grommets for safety, and we'll probably do that. But you can take and run a 550 cord through these grommets and then just tie it around the other pole handle over there. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. You're not going to let his head move. All right. So, and you're going to be the counter. Can you lift this leg? Help him if he needs to. All right. So then I'm going to take him and I'm going to grab him like this and I'm going to roll him over on his side. Okay. And we're going to put this underneath him. All right. And I'm going to continue to pull him up a little bit more, the best that we can. Okay. And then we're going to gently roll him back over. This might be a little bit uncomfortable, but it's got to happen. Okay.
Roll.
Okay. We're gonna roll him in right there. All right. Now we're gonna put his feet down.
Tell my wife and kids I love them.
All right.
We've got a lot of manpower.
Yeah. One can be in the
We've
middle.
got 4 guys carrying him. Why don't we get the other 2 guys here, ready to receive, basically, and help guide and stabilize as they come across. Does that make sense?
Yeah, me and Elijah, let's push across over here, Elijah. We'll put our gear down.
1, 2, 3. Slow and easy, boys.
All right, steady footing, fellas. Take your time.
Yeah, slick.
Slow, slow, slow.
All right.
Come on.
Hold on. Up on your mat. Look up, Matt.
More.
No, you're good now.
Hold down a little, Matt. Good. Yes, no.
Yep. Good job, guys.
All right, if you need to sit him down and
Take a little breather.
Position.
Go down.
All right.
Good job.
A thought midstream. If I had that to do over again, I'd want to put our gear down over here and get him safely across, because that also throws balance off a little bit when you got a ruck on.
For long range, to make it a little easier, if you wanted to get
Long
6
range.
dudes carrying him, or what if he was a giant man, like 300-pound man?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So of course you would want green wood. You don't want to use dead wood. You would definitely want something at least 3.5 inches in diameter. And you would basically put it underneath like this. You could take 550 cord and you could lash it in the corners in an X pattern. And you would do that in the center.
So here's your handle.
Here's your
for
handle.
one guy. Here's
Yep.
your handle for one guy. You do the
Yep.
same thing in the middle.
Yep.
And you do the same thing up by his head.
And if you're wondering where the other gear would go, his gear, if you're doing it this way and you got a guy here and a guy there, look at this spot right here. You could set a backpack right here in the center. You could put it on his legs and tie it down. So his gear would be there, and then you'd have a cross member and 2 guys here, and then so on and so forth. And then there has to be clear communication. There has to be one person that's given. Now, anybody can say, hey, hold up, stop, I need to rest, or something like that. But you just don't, all right, set it down. You say, hey, I need to stop, and that lead person says, okay, on 3, lower it down, pick it up, do whatever you need to do.
You back there? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Flip.
All right, we'll call this good. We made it. All right.
Yeah, right there's fine.
All right, so here's the situation now, guys. Just for one more bit of fun before we head out. He is shivering really bad now, uncontrollably, due to the state of his injuries, due to the climate around us. He might be a little bit wet. Who knows what's going on?
You'll be sweating in a minute. You smothered him.
Yeah, there's lots of things that we can do to keep him warm. One, we can add layers to him, insulation, things like that, Mylar blankets, all that stuff is fantastic. But just for an added challenge, just for fun, because I like fun. I want you guys to start a fire for me.
Here, Jason. So I'm about to make a leadership decision. Our mission is to get Knob warm. And so instead of putting the fire location far away from Knob, I decided for our group, autocratically, that we're gonna put the fire close to Knob so that the warmth does not have to travel very far at all. We won't want our warmth trying to travel far.
Describe close to me.
Okay.
Close to Knob.
So I'm gonna dig out a place right here close to his upper body, and we also have this reflective shield here, but I want to get as much warmth towards him as possible, but not too much warmth where he starts to complain about the burning.
His flesh burning.
About the flesh burning. So we don't want to cook Knob, but we do want to raise it to a warm temperature, not a cooking temperature. So we're gonna put this close to Knob.
So there's also another consideration.
Yeah.
Talk to me now.
While I'm on the ground here with this on me, the ground is conducting cold energy. However,
the nature of the injury and where it's located, this might be conducive to reduce inflammation. So you're dealing with two different variables,
Very conflicting
risk versus reward. And right now, inflammation reduction might be more imperative as long as I have a canopy on top. Just something to think about.
If we wanted to get him up off of the ground to keep him a little bit warmer because the ground is frozen, a really good trick for that would be to put a rucksack under both ends.
Yep.
And that would elevate him up just like a hammock kind of deal.
I'm over here, I was looking into this tree right here to try and get some of this pine, this white pine. Maybe we can split it down for some kindling, some smaller type stuff. The dead stuff is usually pretty dry that's still standing. This is somewhat dry, but it has been very wet and very cold and very moist down in here in the bottom land.
Very moist.
Very moist in the bottom land.
It's very moist in the bottom.
It's very moist in the bottom. Sometimes it's not good when it's moist in the bottom.
I don't like it when my bottom is moist.
Is that how you really feel? That's how we really feel. So take a little twig, and like if you're digging through and you get to the bigger ones that are pencil or thumb size. I'm teaching Matt about fire, like I teach my kids. So fire hates cheaters. It doesn't like it when you take shortcuts, and the more you need it in a hurry, the harder it is to get, which means the more important it is that you slow yourself down and you don't take any shortcuts so you don't waste your effort, because fire hates cheaters.
It's not even reading it. Now you got fire.
Once you get a, sustainable fire, we'll call it good. 40 to 1. Yeah, I mean, in real life, yeah, obviously. In a real life situation, you would put whatever you had on there to make the fire happen as fast as possible. You throw your road flare down and
Oh yeah.
yeah, and do that, of course. All right, so we have successfully created what I would call a sustainable fire. Throw some more kindling on there and it's gonna go, no problem. All right guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up for me and subscribe if you haven't done so already.